Now in Good Morning Northwest, decision day in the case of a former police officer and now a convicted killer. Why the judge delayed Richard Aguirre's sentence until today.
We have a winter weather advisory in place for snow showers. I'll let you know how this will impact your morning commute coming up.
And the push to Super Tuesday, former President Donald Trump polling first in all 15 states. Will it be the day that pushes competitor Nikki Haley out of the race? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Monday, March 4th. Welcome to your week. Let's toss things over to Allison Martinez, who's filling in for Mark this morning. Allison, waking up to some snow on the cars and on the roads today.
That's right. Definitely seeing some snow today. And these conditions are going to last all throughout the morning into the afternoon. We do have a winter weather advisory in place until about 1 p.m. today. Colville, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, those areas are going to be seeing the more moderate snowfall today. Pretty light snowfall everywhere else, though. We're urging you to be extra careful as you head out the door this morning. It could be extra slippery out there, so you'll want to be aware of that. Here are 4 things to know to start off your Monday. We are expecting snow showers today, minor accumulations in most areas, midweek sunshine and warmer temperatures by the weekend. Now here's a look at our forecast radar. As we said, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, we could be seeing more than an inch there, but everywhere else we're looking at less than an inch for new accumulations this morning. Now here is your Monday planner. Starting off our day, we have some pretty cold temperatures. This is going to stay pretty consistent for the next couple of days, so you're going to want to make sure you're preparing yourself and your kids as you head out the door to start your day. Temperatures in the 30s by 10 a.m. Our high for the day is 38 degrees, though we're going to be pretty, that's below average for our average daytime high, and we'll cool down to 32 degrees by 6 p.m. and 28 degrees by 8 p.m.
Thanks, Allison. A former Pasco police officer and convicted killer Richard Aguirre will learn his fate today. A judge will sentence him for the murder of Ruby Doss in Spokane in 1986. A judge found Aguirre guilty of first-degree murder in a December trial, but Aguirre's defense wanted the conviction reduced to second-degree murder. The judge delayed the sentencing until today while he reconsidered that motion. We will bring you the decision on KXLY.com just as soon as the judge makes it public.
The trial starts today for a former Idaho State Police trooper accused of murdering his wife more than 2 years ago. Daniel Howard posted bail on a $1.5 million bond back in December. He's accused of killing his wife, Kendi, in 2021 in Athol, but he wasn't arrested for the murder until last April. Howard resigned from ISP when he was charged for stalking and assaulting Kendi in 2014. Howard was also accused of confronting a man about an affair he suspected his wife was having and stealing 15,000 rounds of ammunition from state police.
And at the Breaking Now desk, the final push ahead of Super Tuesday. Right now, former President Donald Trump is leading in all states and territories where delegates are up for grabs. And this morning, Nikki Haley is fresh off her first victory of the 2024 campaign. The former South Carolina governor winning the Republican primary in Washington, D.C., making her the first woman to ever win a Republican presidential primary or caucus. Washington is one of the most heavily Democratic jurisdictions in the country, with only about 23,000 registered Republicans in the city. Now, shortly after Haley's victory, through a spokesperson, Trump congratulated her on being named, quote, Queen of the Swamp by lobbyists and D.C. insiders. Now, Haley is holding off on promising to support former President Trump should he become the eventual GOP nominee.
You're no longer bound by that pledge.
No, I think I'll make what decision I want to make.
Now, Trump is likely to pick up several hundred delegates on Super Tuesday when voters in 15 states head to the polls. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has indicated it will issue rulings today, including a decision on whether Colorado can kick Trump off the primary ballot after a state court ruled him ineligible due to his efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. Oh, we have new information on the avalanche that killed a man in Boundary County Friday. His body has been recovered. Lance J. Gidley had been snowmobiling with a friend Friday afternoon when the avalanche happened. Gidley's friend called the Boundary County Sheriff's Office to report an avalanche buried Gidley in the upper mountains near the Pack River and Hunt Lake area. The recovery operation took 9 hours because of the rugged terrain, challenging weather, and the high risk of further avalanche. By the time crews reached him, Gidley died under 4 feet of snow. We will continue updating the story on KXLY.com.
A Newman Lake man is in jail, charged with a hit-and-run crash in Spokane Valley that sent 2 people to the hospital. Police say the collision happened on Trent and Barker in a roundabout around 3:15 yesterday afternoon. Now, according to the Washington State Patrol, a Jeep driven by 50-year-old Jimmy Munson was driving erratically and rear-ended a car driven by a 71-year-old man. That man and his passenger were both taken to Valley Hospital. WSP says Munson drove away from the scene, but they tracked him and his car to his Newman Lake home. They do believe Munson was under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
You are looking at the aftermath of a powerful California blizzard. Wind gusts more than 180 miles an hour and heavy snow slammed Mammoth Mountain from Southern California to northern Tahoe. You can see cars were briefly trapped in the snow in an avalanche. Portions of Interstate 80 will remain closed through today. We're going to take an in-depth look at some severe weather throughout the western U.S. coming up in about 10 more minutes.
Makes that snow I had to clear off my car this morning not look too bad.
No, not at all. It is now 5 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Let's check back in with Allison Martinez here for a look at our forecast to see how long the snow will be sticking around here, Allison.
Yeah, for once we're seeing much less significant snowfall than our friends over in California today, though we do have a winter weather advisory in place for this morning. We're telling you all the impacts coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Also ahead, small outlying communities often struggle to get dental care. Coming up, a Washington program striving to bring the care to them.
And a historic vote happening today in France. Coming up, the abortion bill going before Parliament.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Kylie and I know there's a lot of great choices for new and pre-owned cars in North Idaho.
And we want Parker Subaru to be your first choice. Not only do we have a great selection of Subarus, we have an award-winning service center, now open 7 days a week.
Because we are committed to keeping you satisfied long after the purchase.
Visit us online at parkersubaru.com or stop by and visit us at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through April 1st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I got a call swap.
You forgot your check.
We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like...
Is she?
Playing with the confidence of a pro and getting all up in that grass as if she doesn't have allergies. Yeah.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology. It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. 38 specials, timeless blast of Southern rock hits. Live Thursday, April 18th.
Damn straight.
Don't miss Scotty McCreery, one of country music's biggest stars, live Thursday, May 2nd. It's No Holds Barred Entertainment at King of the Cage, featuring upcoming MMA stars on Thursday, June 13th. Visit CDAcasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
It is 8 minutes after 6. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Israel is under increasing pressure to agree to a ceasefire in Gaza, and some of that new pressure is coming from the White House.
The U.S. began airdropping aid to Palestinians this weekend amid reports of more civilians killed by Israeli airstrike, including 2 children just 5 months old. Vice President Kamala Harris is set to meet with a member of Israel's war cabinet today, where she's expected to push the urgency of increasing U.S. aid into Gaza by both air and by sea. Now, last week, President Biden predicted a ceasefire could be in place by today, but since then, he's walked back on that prediction, saying he hopes a deal can be reached soon.
A bill to enshrine a woman's right to an abortion in the French Constitution goes to a historic vote today. Lawmakers are gathered for a joint session of Parliament at the Palace of Versailles. Abortion rights are more widely accepted in France than in the U.S. and many other countries. Polls show around 80% of French people back legal abortion. The U.S. Supreme Court's 2022 decision to reverse Roe v. Wade prompted activists to push France to become the first country to clearly protect the right in its basic law.
Opill, the first oral contraceptive approved for over-the-counter use in the United States, will be available in stores and online this month. The company behind the product, Perrigo, expects it to sell for $20 for a 1-month supply or $50 for 3 months. Perrigo will announce today that Opill has shipped to major retailers and will be available for pre-order starting this week.
3 NASA astronauts and 1 Russian cosmonaut are on their way to the International Space Station. Here's a look at the SpaceX and NASA launch of Crew Dragon Endeavour capsule Sunday at the Kennedy Space Center. This success follows 2 earlier attempts that were scrubbed due to weather. They should reach the ISS around midnight Tuesday.
Good morning. Here is your 10-second takeaway. Today we're expecting snow showers through the morning into the early afternoon. Time for a hat, maybe some gloves. Our high for the day is 38 degrees.
Access to dental care in rural areas can be a challenge as dental school graduates tend to practice in more metropolitan areas.
This leaves gaps in accessibility for people in small outlying communities. But a University of Washington program is looking to change that. The program trains students with RIDE, which is short for Rural Initiatives in Dental Education. Students gain real-world exposure in rural areas, giving them the tools to be successful in underserved communities. An alumnus of the program said it shaped his career and changed his life.
There's tons of people out there that have a need that often don't get a voice to get heard about that need, and these kind of programs really help bring that to light, and that I hope that people learn more about these kind of programs and support them.
A proposed bill in the Washington state legislature would give $2.5 million to the RIDE program. Its director says the funds would go to operational costs, providing a second year of schooling in Spokane and some more in-depth training for its students. A really cool program.
Yeah, really
for sure.
important.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is going to be 6:12.
Well, they are measuring the snowfall by the feet. Right after the break, we show you California's massive winter storm stranding people in homes and highways.
For us, well, we got a little bit of a messy forecast today, too. Here's a live look at some of the roads this morning. You can see snow on the sides. You're going to want to take it slow out there. Allison Martinez is live for us for Mark this morning with your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
What can you do with sensitive skin?
Okay, what a day.
Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion hydrates for a full 48 hours. Because a lot can happen in 48 hours. Dermatologist recommended Cetaphil. We do skin. You do you.
It's the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan Service and Parts Center. We're ready to keep your car in the best condition possible so you can drive with confidence. From express service to more advanced diagnostics and repairs, our certified technicians deliver expert service and advice. We also have an inventory of factory Nissan parts. You can personalize your vehicle with accessories tailored to your Nissan. Parts and service at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan right off Highway 95.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we do one thing, and we do it well. We're plumbers. In fact, we're the largest plumbing company in the region, and we're proud to say we've been voted the best plumbing company since 2009. We give you upfront pricing, so you know exactly what you'll pay before we start. And we do everything from drain cleaning to trenchless sewer repair. So if you want your plumbing done right the first time, call a plumber. And call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
BECU is more than just money. We are invested in our community. People will come in and say, BECU changed my life. We have free webinars and seminars, things that are going to help you sleep at night. If you follow the steps, within a couple of years, you could be buying your own home. And to see that happen is just phenomenal. We have the tools that they need to focus on their financial health and building financial wealth. BECU is not for profit and all for Spokane.
Go, Chiefs, go! Catton gets it anyway, makes a nice move, comes down the left side. Catton out front, backhand, shoots and scores! Shot by Roulette, he scores!
Saturday, March 9th in the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It's Coca-Cola Bobblehead Giveaway and Family Feast Night. Your Spokane Chiefs play Seattle. The first 2,000 fans receive a limited edition Derek Ryan bobblehead, courtesy of Coca-Cola. Plus, we'll have discounted concession items while supplies last. Gates open at 5, puck drops at 6:05. For tickets, go to SpokaneChiefs.com.
Missisquoi Casino Hotel is opening Friday, March 8th.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:15. The epic blizzard in California's Sierra Nevada mountains has left a massive amount of snow behind. Some areas getting up to 5 inches of snow per hour at the height of the storm.
Now, hundreds of vehicles left stranded for days on the highway, and the next round of snow is on its way. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
This morning, stranded in the snow for hours. Rescuers working to reach drivers after the most brutal blizzard of the season swept through the Sierra Nevada mountains, dumping up to 12 feet of snow and packing wind gusts of up to 190 miles per hour. More than 300 vehicles got stuck on Interstate 80. Parts of the highway shut down for days. Officers going car to car.
We really need to focus on the people in the vehicles. Are you prepared to sit there for a while? Do you have food? Do you have water? Do you have enough fuel in your vehicle to keep the heat going?
This time-lapse video shows the eye-popping accumulation of snow since Friday. Sugar Bowl Resort near Lake Tahoe posted this image of snow piled up to the second-story windows of a building. And although this storm has passed, another one is on the way tonight. These skiers hit the slopes even though the resort was closed for the storm.
I wore my big baggy pants so that I can float, you know, if there is an avalanche, but hopefully we'll avoid those.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All that snow up against the window there.
It's awful, isn't it? And here is a live look. This is on Cliff Drive. Looks like it's garbage day up there. Yeah. And that is a look at what you are dealing with as you head out. We do have some snow out there, Allison.
Yeah, far less impacts than what we saw over in California, but definitely still going to make a bit of an impact on your morning commute, so allow plenty of time this morning. Our high is 38 degrees. We're expecting snow showers throughout the morning into the afternoon, and we could be seeing some breezy winds here as well. Tonight, we have an overnight low of 23 degrees. We're expecting clouds and snow showers as we make our way into the early morning for tomorrow. Here's a look at our forecast radar starting off at 6 a.m. You're waking up to seeing lots of snow this morning, but thankfully, a lot of that active precipitation is really going to subside before you head out the door for the standard morning commute this morning. Here's a look at 8 a.m. as you head out the door. Really seeing some scattered activity everywhere, more significant up in the Northeast Mountains and into North Idaho as well. Here is a look at noon, still seeing that significant impact here, but as we approach 6 p.m., this is when we're going to be seeing just clouds for the most part throughout the region. Now, in the early afternoon, that's when we could be seeing lesser impacts on the roadways thanks to some warmer temperatures out there. So not too much of an impact for the early afternoon. afternoon for you or the evening commute. Here is a look at our forecast snow. Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, those areas are expecting more snowfall, more than an inch there, but everywhere else we're seeing less than an inch in terms of new snowfall for this morning. Here are highs: 38 degrees in Spokane, 36 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 35 in Kellogg, and 36 in Pullman. Now, here's a look at our 4-day night trend. Now, we are seeing some pretty cold overnight lows for the next couple of days. Temperatures in the low 20s. We won't be back on par with our average temperatures until about Thursday, and then we'll warm up for the weekend. Now, speaking of that weekend, we're giving you a look at those conditions here in our planning forecast. Snow showers today, going to be seeing the same type of cycle for tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to be seeing some very lovely skies, some sun for the most part, a little bit of cloud coverage Thursday and Friday, but overall pretty clear. Now, Saturday and Sunday, we could be seeing a rain-snow mix there, but also for those days, some warmer temperatures, 47 on Saturday and 46 on Sunday. And now it's time for your Pet of the Week.
Celebrating leap year last Wednesday, several canines showed off their ability to leap for treats. The winner was Rowena. She is a 7-year-old Pitty Shar-Pei mix who clearly doesn't act her age. Rowena loves to go for walks, a good backside scratch, and loves to give kisses. She is good with other dogs, keeps her kennel clean, and loves to ride in the car. With the number of dogs being surrendered, Companions Animal Center is beyond capacity. Help us save more animals by adopting, not shopping. All of our animals are altered, vaccinated, and microchipped before they can go home. Visit Companions Animal Center Tuesday through Sunday to find your next best friend.
Oh, sounds like a good deal,
sweetie.
there.
Yeah, it is now 6:20.
Less than 2 weeks until Selection Sunday, but before we get the brackets and the upsets going, all those teams still need to get in. Alex Crescenti is breaking down a huge weekend for our local teams. Coming up next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
At first, I use Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And with all the varieties, organic, reduced sodium, and now the culinary collection, it's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
Welcome to Move Fitness.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Sign up now with no enrollment fee. Let's go.
At Parker Toyota, we believe in driving with confidence. Parker Toyota's certified pre-owned vehicles offer you affordability and dependability when buying your next Toyota.
We take the guesswork out of buying pre-owned because every Toyota certified vehicles goes through 160-point check by our trained technician.
Whether it's a stylish sedan or versatile SUV or a fuel-efficient hybrid, we have the largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles in the area.
See our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. 38 specials, timeless blast of Southern rock hits. Live Thursday, April 18th.
Damn straight.
Don't miss Scotty McCreery, one of country music's biggest stars. Live Thursday, May 2nd. It's No Holds Barred Entertainment at King of the Cage, featuring upcoming MMA stars on Thursday, June 13th. Visit CDAcasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pet pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant, classic, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
Order the triple pep today.
At one point earlier this year, it looked like there might be 3, maybe 4 teams in our region that could make the NCAA tournament.
Fast forward to the first week in March, and just about everyone is still vying for a bid. The 19th ranked Washington State Cougars all but sealed their at-large bid to the big dance after they swept the Los Angeles schools this weekend. On Saturday, Wazoo downed UCLA 77-65. Once again, the hero in this one, Jalen Wells. He led all scorers with 27 points to help his team improve to 23-7 on the season with just one game left until the Pac-12 tournament.
I mean, my team has confidence in me. Obviously, Miles is the one with the ball, and he's giving me the ball in those moments, so I know he has confidence in me. I've been in the gym, so I'm confident in all my shots. The shots I shoot are shots that I'm practicing, so any shot that goes up, I probably practice it 1,000 times.
And the Gonzaga Bulldogs more likely than not wrapped up their at-large bid to the tournament after they beat rival St. Mary's 70-57 on Saturday night. With the win, the Zags improved to 24-6 on the season and now own 3 quad 1 victories. That should be enough to get them in. They won't play again until March 11th in the WCC tournament semifinals out in Las Vegas. And the Eastern Washington men already have the Big Sky regular season wrapped up. They had that a week ago, but they backed it up with a strong performance over Montana State on Saturday. They beat the Bobcats at home on Senior Day 108-104. How about that for some offense? They moved to 20-10 on the year. However, still one more game to go against Sacramento State before heading off to Boise for the Big Sky tournament. And the Eastern Washington women already own at least a share of the Big Sky regular season championship, but they can win it outright if they beat Sacramento State on Monday evening. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history.
Speaking of a great weekend for basketball, Iowa's Caitlin Clark dethroning Pistol Pete Maravich to become the top scorer in the college basketball history, men's or women's, shattering a record that stood for 54 years. Now, as a girl, Clark had to join a boys' team because her dad couldn't find a girls' team for her age. Of course, times have now changed, and Clark has helped to change them.
I feel like I'm living in a dream, honestly, Holly, and hopefully I can inspire a lot of young girls to be able to dream to be on stages like this.
She's a huge inspiration to me. She's been an inspiration to me since I started watching her. She's like an idol to me, and it's so fun to watch her play. And I just want to I feel like we all want to be like her when we grow up.
It has been dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect, the 22-year-old's impact on basketball. It's undeniable. The average ticket price for yesterday's game was $546. That's more than 10 times the average ticket price of a WNBA game. Now, ticket prices have already doubled for the Indiana Fever, the team expected to select Clark in the draft. Clark's already scored endorsement deals with Goldman Sachs, Gatorade, and Nike, which released an ad yesterday just moments after she broke that record. Clark isn't done yet. Iowa heads to the Big Ten Conference Tournament this week, where she can add to that scoring total. She will add to that scoring total. It's just, oh, how many?
Yeah, how far can she take it? She's such a rock star. Your Good Morning Northwest time is 6:26.
Cash-only pot shops have been a target for crime for several years. How our local dispensaries are reacting to a new proposal to switch from cash to credit for the sake of safety.
And a heads up to Trader Joe's shoppers, a cult favorite item has been recalled. What you should check your freezer for, that's coming up next. And before we head to break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
Do you have closure?
It's the TikTok series that's captivated the nation. Who TF Did I Marry?
I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar.
The 50-part post has racked up over 400 million views and chronicles Teresa Johnson's whirlwind pandemic romance, which she says was filled with love, heartbreak, and alleged deception. And this morning, she's telling her story to GMA's Robin Roberts.
Why do you think your story, has resonated with so many people?
I do think being accountable, people appreciate that. Because I know I appreciate that.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Robin Roberts' exclusive interview. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent,
Show off your clearer skin and less itch. Because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the National Association of Women in Construction.
Choosing countertops is one of the biggest decisions that you make during a kitchen remodel, and my husband and I thought that we would have to go to Seattle to find what we wanted. A friend recommended that we try Granite Concepts in Lewiston, and the people at Granite Concepts were amazing. They were friendly and straightforward and helped us find exactly the countertops that we wanted.
Granite Concepts, beauty set in stone.
I just turned 37 and I found a lump. By the time that I had it checked out and was able to get in and see a doctor and all that, I was at stage 3. Part of the reason I think that I didn't go get it checked out right away is that I was really scared. When I got the call, it was gone. It was such a huge relief. Even if you don't feel that it's in you, that you have a lump or you have a reason to get checked, you are a woman, get checked.
Rugged, capable off-road travel, adept at towing heavy loads, the completely redesigned Nissan Pathfinder has all the features buyers are looking for in a full-size SUV. Check these features: seating up to 8 with easy access third row, cabin noise reduction, super smooth 9-speed transmission, towing up to 6,000 pounds with 284 horsepower, classy upscale design, and two-tone style. There's lots more with this Pathfinder. Find out at Coeur d'Alene Nissan, just off Highway 95.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Well, very good morning to you, Northwest. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, March 4th. Starting off a little white out there. Let's check in with Allison Martinez. She is filling in for Mark Peterson for a few days today.
Good morning. Now we're seeing several snow-covered roads out there to start off our day, though we're looking pretty good here outside of the Spokane Arena. Currently 28 degrees in Spokane. Now we do have some winter weather advisories in place until around 10 a.m. today. Colville, Deer Park, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, those areas are seeing more moderate snowfall through Coeur d'Alene, Kellogg, St. Mary's. Everywhere else, we're seeing more light snowfall, less of an inch for new totals this morning. Now, this is expiring at 10 a.m. because around that time, our roads will be warm enough to melt a lot of that snow that will be impactful for your morning commute. Here are 4 things to know for your Monday. Snow showers today, minor accumulations for the most part, midweek sunshine to look forward to, and warmer temperatures by the weekend. Here is our forecast radar around 8 a.m. You're seeing a lot of that snow kind of blanketing throughout the region, but a lot of that active snowfall is really going to die down as we approach the morning commute. And then around 10 a.m., pretty dry for the most part. Deer Park, Spokane, just plenty of cloud coverage. Most of that activity reserved for North Idaho. Now here is our planner for the day. Starting off our day pretty cold here. 28 degrees. Definitely make sure you and your kids are dressed appropriately as you head out the door this morning. We're going to stay in the lower 30s for the majority of the day, much cooler than our average high, which is 45 degrees.
Allison, thanks. We're hoping to learn more today about a man who caused a standoff at a retirement community in West Central Spokane. Police say a man and a woman were inside a trailer at the Sans Souci retirement community when the man started a fire inside. The woman told police she got out of the trailer, but the man was still inside armed with a shotgun. The SWAT team tried several tactics to end that standoff peacefully, using a drone and talking to the man using a loudspeaker. Now, he was ultimately taken into custody after several hours, and today we hope to learn the man's name and what charges he'll face. Of course, we'll keep you updated on KXLY.com.
And at the Breaking Now desk, we are taking a live look at the White House right now, where an Israeli war cabinet minister is set to meet with Vice President Kamala Harris. This morning, the White House putting on more pressure on Israel and Hamas to stop fighting, at least temporarily.
Let's reunite the hostages with their families, and let's provide immediate relief to the people of Gaza.
Vice President Harris is set to meet with Israeli War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz today. The Vice President is expected to push the urgency of increasing aid into Gaza and discuss a possible ceasefire and hostage deal. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is set to meet with Gantz tomorrow. A 6-week ceasefire is currently being negotiated in Egypt, and the U.S. wants the agreement done by this Sunday. Hamas has negotiators in Cairo for talks, but Israel did not send a delegation yesterday. It says it wants some hostage details first. And meanwhile, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is continuing to grow.
Have to wait also in a line for hours to use the toilets and to take some food if it's available.
The United Nations Children's Fund says at least 10 children have died in recent days from malnutrition and dehydration. It predicts that number will climb rapidly without more humanitarian access. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Around the Northwest, lawmakers are considering a state-level bill called the Safer Banking Act for cannabis businesses. The bipartisan bill, co-sponsored by Senator Maria Cantwell, would allow state legal cannabis shops access to financial services. If it passes, people would be able to pay for marijuana with a credit card or debit card at dispensaries instead of just cash, something a local pot shop tells us is deeply needed.
It's certainly going to keep us moving forward as an industry and being legitimized. Again, just, getting rid of that stigma that we are in the cannabis industry. We are a legitimate business.
Since many cannabis businesses have restrictions, accessing banking and financial services is an uphill battle. Cash-only operations can mean higher risk of violence. Earhart says this bill could help keep the stores safe. The state-level bill is now awaiting a full vote on the Senate floor.
And meanwhile, in New York, the state's governor hopes to cut down on illegal pot shops in the state. New York has struggled to control the expansion of illegal pot shops, which don't contribute to the marijuana sales tax since recreational use became legal about 3 years ago. The governor is also asking social media companies like Google and Yelp to exclude illegal cannabis shops from their search results to protect the livelihoods of the legitimate business owners.
We have a consumer alert for those of you who shop at Trader Joe's. U.S. regulators announced Saturday more than 61,000 pounds of the store's steamed chicken soup dumplings are being recalled for possibly containing hard plastic. As of now, no related issues or other illnesses or injuries have been reported. If you'd like more information, including lot codes and serial numbers, find this story on KXLY.com.
A cult favorite there. I'm sure a lot of people have those in their freezer.
Double check yours. It's now 6:36.
Let's check back in with Allison Martinez here as we're waking up to some snowy conditions today, but we got a kind of goodness on the horizon for the end of the week.
That is right. Snow making your life a little bit difficult for the first part of our week, but some beautiful clear skies to look forward to. We're breaking all of it down coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Hollywood's biggest night. Oh, it's coming up. How the Oscars are being recognized for their diverse nomination class. That's coming up in just a bit on Good Morning Northwest.
And as we send you off to break, we're going to take a look outside this morning. The sun starting to creep up there and lighten up the sky. We'll be right back on Good Morning Northwest.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Emergency Crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency Crystals.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids. Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell Way. Drive for generations.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
Shake up your shower with a flavor for every feeling. This Dove freshens you up. This Dove winds you down. This Dove leaves you glowing. And this Dove keeps you going. So whatever care you care about, there's a Dove for everybody.
What if you could go from this to this with just one step? TRESemmé Silk Serum. Time for the ultimate humidity test. Weightlessly smooth hair. Your turn. New TRESemmé Keratin Smooth Collection.
We have a friend right now in one of the hospice houses. He said, the people are so happy here. And he said, I feel safe.
We get to be with people at a very sacred moment.
The mission of Hospice of Spokane is to help people live as fully as they can during those dying days and weeks.
To serve with a mission and learn how you can join the Hospice of Spokane team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Good morning. Welcome back at 6:40. The Alabama Supreme Court decided frozen embryos are children. Now, it could hear that case again if groups representing defendants in the initial lawsuit have their way. Court records show the Center for Reproductive Medicine and the Mobile Infirmary filed the application and brief requesting the rehearing. The ruling stemmed from 2 lawsuits over the destruction of frozen embryos in a hospital in Mobile. The state's high court ruled embryos are children regardless if they are in a uterus, and those who destroy them can be held liable for wrongful death. An Alabama court source says the justices could take more than 6 weeks before deciding whether to grant the application to rehear the case. Reconsideration is not typically granted. Following the ruling, IVF clinics in the state paused treatments and left families in limbo. Both the Alabama House and Senate have each passed bills aimed at protecting in vitro fertilization.
Here is your 10-second takeaway. Today, we're expecting snow showers through the morning into the early afternoon. Time for a hat, maybe some gloves, and our high for today is 38 degrees.
The Supreme Court could rule as early as today on whether former President Donald Trump's name can be kept off of ballots in some states. Super Tuesday is tomorrow, and Colorado and Maine are among more than a dozen states holding primaries. The states currently have barred Trump from the ballot, citing a clause in the Constitution barring someone who engages in insurrection to run for office. The court heard arguments on February 8th on the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to bar Trump from the ballot. The justices have indicated it will issue at least one opinion today, and many are speculating the high court will rule on the ballot question. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:41.
We have a brand new contest this week on Good Morning Northwest from STCU and the Best of Broadway, how you can win tickets to My Fair Lady right after the break.
Very exciting, and thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest to start off your Monday morning. We'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
On the hunt for your next ride? Come to Valley VIP Auto Sales with a wide variety of cars and trucks. We're here to help you find the perfect vehicle. You won't find a better deal anywhere else. Come find your next vehicle at Valley VIP.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. I gotta call Swap.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling him.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Grow your love for the outdoors at the 62nd Annual Bighorn Show, March 14th to 17th at the Spokane County Fairgrounds, presented by Lithia Motors. There's something for everyone in the family at the Bighorn Show. Visit and shop hundreds of vendors and exhibitors. Check out the Trophy Territory Annual Exhibition. Go fishing with the kids at Les Schwab Fishing World. Enjoy live music. You will find it all at this year's Bighorn Show. This event is produced by Inland Northwest Wildlife Council. Big thanks to Brett's RV and Marine, Les Schwab, and many more. Get your tickets and more details at bighornshow.com.
We decided to put in an in-ground pool.
I literally went on Angie and typed in pool.
Getting to talk to different contractors, see different bids.
We wanted something beautiful. We wanted something that our children would feel happy swimming in.
And we love it.
Get started today at Angie.com.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus. Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens. Weather every 10 minutes. Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect on KXLY Plus.
How do you keep performing at a high level when you're a man over 40? By taking Manpower. Manpower helps your body produce and conserve its own natural testosterone for a healthy sex life and positive mental attitude. Experience a vibrant, active life again with the energy and drive of a younger you. Manpower is the all-time top-selling product at Mother's Cupboard because it really works.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
On the hunt for your next ride? Come to Valley VIP Auto Sales with a wide variety of cars and trucks. We're here to help you find the perfect vehicle. You won't find a better deal anywhere else. Come find your next vehicle at Valley VIP.
4 News Now is brought to you by Super One Foods.
It is now 6:44. Hollywood's biggest night is just days away, and this year's Oscar nominations had some high points when it comes to diversity.
Now, according to the Academy, a third of all nominees are women, a 3-year high, and 19% are coming from underrepresented groups. ABC's Tim Pulliam has more.
Overall diversity for this year's Academy Awards is up over last year. 7 out of 20 nominees in the acting categories are Black, Latino, or Indigenous artists of color, and all of them are first-time nominees. Best Supporting Actress is the most diverse acting category. Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple.
See, my sister and her husband say I can live with them as long as I please. Now, I come here out of respect.
America Ferrera in Barbie.
You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining.
And
we have Davine Joy Randolph, who's probably one of the surest things of the night, winning supporting actress for her work in the dramedy The Holdovers.
I had you guys stuck with babysitting duty this year. How'd you manage that?
It could be a big moment for Lily Gladstone, the first Native American actress to be nominated for her leading role as Molly Kyle in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Indigenous stories that center Indigenous women clearly make a big splash when they're out there.
A historic milestone for Coleman Domingo and Jodie Foster, the first time 2 openly LGBTQ actors have been nominated for playing LGBTQ characters. Domingo with a nod for lead actor in Rustin, alongside fellow Black nominee Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. Wright's co-star Sterling K. Brown receiving a nod for his supporting role.
This is something I have to be in because it is expanding the breadth of Black stories.
This is the first year the Academy's representation and inclusion standards kicked in for the Best Film category. The new standards aim to encourage equitable representation on and off screen. According to the Academy, a third of all nominees this year are women, 19% from underrepresented groups, and 4 of the 10 Best Picture nominees are at least partially not in English. But many believe diversity and inclusion are still lagging in Hollywood.
They are far from achieving the goal of the kind of diversity that needs to be part of the Oscars and the filmmaking community in general. More movies being made by more different types of people, more movies being celebrated at things like the Oscars. That's a long road still to go.
Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And you can watch this year's Oscars right here on 4 News Now this Sunday, March 10th, beginning at 4 p.m.
And hey, here is, as promised, your chance to win 2 tickets to My Fair Lady. Today's word of the day is Cockney. Just go to KXLY.com/MyFairLady and enter today's secret word.
The show itself runs from April 2nd to the 7th at the First Interstate Center for the Arts. West Coast Entertainment and KXLY are giving away 1 pair of tickets every day this week. So If you didn't win today, be sure to tune into Good Morning Northwest for another chance to win tomorrow.
And best of luck.
All right, let's take a live look this morning over downtown Spokane. Of course, Veterans Memorial Arena there in the background. Snowy ground all around, but the streets don't look too terribly bad right there.
Yeah, not too bad in that area, though we are seeing some very snow-covered roads in a lot of our residential areas, of course, in particular. Now, our high for today is 38 degrees. We're expecting snow showers throughout the day today, through the morning into the early afternoon. Could be seeing a little bit of a stop to that around 2 o'clock, and some breezy winds for today as well. Now, tonight we have an overnight low of 23 degrees. It will be cloudy for the first part of the night, and then as we approach tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing some snow showers. Now, here is our forecast radar to give you a little bit of a better breakdown of our timeline here. Here's 8 a.m. Now, of course, as you head out for that morning commute, could be seeing some slippery spots out there, so allow yourself plenty of time. And as we make our way through the morning, still seeing some scattered activity, particularly in the Northeast Mountains and in North Idaho. Here's 2 p.m. This is when things start to slow down for the most part. Now, in that early afternoon, of course, we still could be seeing some snow activity, but it's going to be far less impactful on the roads just because those roads will warm up by that time. Now, here we're fast forwarding to tomorrow around 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when our next wave of precipitation makes its way to our region. Now, here is a look at our forecast snow. Give you a closer look at the totals that we're expecting in the next couple of hours. Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, those areas are going to be seeing more significant snowfall, over an inch, but everywhere else we're looking at less than an inch for the next couple of hours. Here are our highs for today. Currently a high of 38 degrees in Spokane, 36 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 35 degrees in Kellogg, and 46 degrees in Lewiston. Now, over into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, much cooler than our average. And coming up in a bit, we're going to show you the full planning forecast, but for now, no, it's going to be very, very cold in those overnight hours.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
What can you do with sensitive skin?
Okay, what a day.
Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser does more than clean. It actually protects skin by keeping it hydrated, so you're always ready for the unexpected. Cetaphil, we do skin, you do you.
Welcome to Move Fitness.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sign up now with no enrollment fee.
Let's go.
I was 34. I was a business owner. I was a single mom with a 4-year-old, and I felt a lump in the shower. I have cancer. It doesn't have me. I'm gonna get rid of it, you know, and then I'm gonna go on with my life. I was gonna do anything that it took. I did, and here I am, almost 10 years later. I had a little boy. He needs his mom.
Joni here at Post Falls Volkswagen with this bold and beautiful Taos. But there's more than just good looks behind this compact SUV. This is the perfect choice because it's also practical and efficient, with driver assist and all the latest enhanced safety features. Plus, the Taos is packed with the useful high-tech features you use every day. If you're thinking of a compact SUV, think Taos at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening.
Right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
We waited 4 years to roll out savings this big. It's the Leap Year sale at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Shop today and find deep discounts on our best mattresses, like the queen-size Buena Vista Firm, now only $479.99. Score a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, or check out the Summit Queen, easy on the wallet for only $332.49. Plus, score no interest financing until 2029. But hurry, the Leap Year sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
Joe Manganiello. Does Bubbles go with you everywhere?
She has a European Union passport.
Are you serious?
international person of mystery.
I love it.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the work week in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has the details on the final push to Super Tuesday.
But first, let's get to Allison Martinez in for Mark talking about a winter weather advisory.
That's right. We do have a winter weather advisory in place until about 10 o'clock this morning. This is for Colville, Deer Park, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, Coeur d'Alene, Kellogg. These areas are going to be seeing more moderate snowfall. And as you head out the door this morning, these areas could be seeing some tricky travel conditions, so allow yourself plenty of time as you head out the door. And that's what we have for you now.
Former Pasco police officer and convicted killer Richard Aguirre will learn his fate today. A judge will sentence him for the murder of Ruby Doss in Spokane in 1986. A judge found Aguirre guilty on first-degree murder in a December trial, but Aguirre's defense wanted the conviction reduced to second-degree murder. The judge delayed the sentencing until today while he reconsidered that motion. We'll bring you this decision on KXLY.com as soon as the judge makes it public.
The trial starts today for a former Idaho State Police trooper accused of killing his wife more than 2 years ago. Daniel Howard posted bail on a $1.5 million bond in December. He's accused of killing his wife, Kendi, in 2021 in Athol. But he wasn't arrested for the murder until last April. Howard resigned from ISP when he was charged with stalking and assaulting Kendi in 2014. Howard was also accused of confronting a man about an affair he suspected his wife was having and stealing 15,000 rounds of ammunition from state police.
We have new information on the avalanche that killed a man in Boundary County Friday. His body has been recovered. Lance J. Gidley has been snowmobiling with a friend Friday afternoon when the avalanche happened. Gidley's friend called the Boundary County Sheriff's Office to report an avalanche that it buried Gidley in the upper mountains near the Peak River and near the Pack River and the Hunt Lake area. The recovery operation took 9 hours because of that rugged terrain, challenging weather, and the high risk of a further avalanche. And by the time crews reached him, he had died under 4 feet of snow. We'll continue to update this story throughout the day on KXLY.com.
A Newman Lake man is in jail charged in a hit-and-run crash in Spokane Valley that sent 2 people to the hospital. Police say the collision happened on Trent and Barker in the roundabout around 3:15 yesterday afternoon. According to Washington State Patrol, a Jeep driven by 50-year-old Jimmy Munson was driving erratically and rear-ended a car driven by a 71-year-old man. That man and his passenger were both taken to the hospital. WSP says Munson drove away from the scene, but they tracked him and the car to his Newman Lake home. They do believe Munson was under the influence of either drugs and/or alcohol.
We're hoping to learn more today about a man who caused a standoff at a retirement community in west central Spokane. Police say a man and a woman were inside a trailer at the Sans Souci retirement community when a man started a fire inside. The woman told police she got out of the trailer, but the man inside was armed with a shotgun. The SWAT team tried several tactics to end the standoff peacefully, using a drone and talking to the man using a loudspeaker. He was then ultimately taken into custody after several hours. Now today, we hope to learn the man's name and what charges he'll face.
Super Tuesday is tomorrow. Right now, former President Donald Trump is leading in all states and territories where delegates are up for grabs. And this morning, Nikki Haley is fresh off her first victory of the 2024 campaign. The former South Carolina governor winning the Republican primary in Washington, D.C., making her the first woman to ever win a Republican presidential primary or caucus. Coverage on the final push ahead of Super Tuesday will continue coming up next on Good Morning America.
Lawmakers are considering a state-level bill called the Safer Banking Act for cannabis businesses. The bipartisan bill, co-sponsored by Senator Maria Cantwell, would allow state legal cannabis shops access to financial services. If it passes, people would be able to pay for marijuana with a credit card or debit card at dispensaries instead of just using cash, something a local pot shop tells us is deeply needed. The state-level bill is now waiting a full vote on the Senate floor.
A bill to enshrine a woman's right to an abortion in the French Constitution goes to a historic vote today. Lawmakers are gathered for a joint session of Parliament at the Palace of Versailles. Now, abortion rights are widely accepted in France. Polls show around 80% of French people back legal abortion.
Opill, the first oral contraceptive approved for over-the-counter use in the United States, will be available in stores and online this month. The company behind the product expects it to sell for $20 for a 1-month supply or $50 for 3 months. We're back with a final check of weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
At first, I used Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And now there's the Culinary Collection. Italian herb for pasta, smoky chipotle for fajitas. It's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now, when the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Breaking news, this is a live look at US 395 at the Freya roundabout where a semi-truck slid off the road. It's blocking the northbound on-ramp. If that is part of your morning drive, find a different route. We'll have an update for you in about a half an hour on GMA.
As you're heading out the door, you'll want to allow extra time also for snow showers impacting your morning commute. Now, those will be prevalent both today and tomorrow as we approach the middle of the week. Dry conditions, sunny skies, and for the weekend, we're seeing a little bit of a rain-snow mix.
Thanks so much for starting your week with us right here on Good Morning Northwest.
We will see you for live updates throughout GMA. It starts right now.